So, good evening. It's Monday afternoon, or night, or whatever. I'm just waking up. As you all know, if you look at my videos, I work overnight. So, this is pretty much like a typical day for me. So, I just woke up and I think I'm going to have a bottle of wine. This is one of my favorite bottles of wine from Cooper's Hawk, called one of my favorite bottles of wine from Cooper's Hawk called Scarletto, if I'm pronouncing it right. I bought like two bottles. Every time I go, I always double up and then I buy like other bottles. I always spend like $100 and something every time I go to Cooper's Hawk. I only go there to get the wine because I'm not a member. My cousin, she's a member, and she hit me to it or whatever. But I think I might have me a bottle of wine just to unwind. So I decided to make a video or what have you, because I make videos here on TikTok and I also upload videos on YouTube. And I've been on this kind of trend just talking about narcissistic men. I've never been with a narcissistic woman. I've had a controlling supervisor before, but it was only one time and that was, something different. But I was just thinking about the time my narcissistic ex had a female in my car. And how I knew he had a female in my car is because my female OG, and sometimes we do mimic the people in our lives because we like their vibe and we like them, so we pick up little characters and traits from them. So my female OG, she into fast cars and stuff like that, and she used to always have a pair of handcuffs in her rear view mirror. So I thought that was like spicy and sexy. This was years ago because her and I have been friends for years. Done argue, fight, make love on each other, argue, fight, love on each other. But boom, I really thought that was real spicy of her. So when I had got my second car, which was a Honda Civic, before I got this one, I had I forgot which year I had, but I had a red Honda Civic. So, excuse me. I had put a pair of pink handcuffs in there, had a sunroof tints and everything on my red Honda Civic. Then, unfortunately, I had got in a car accident when I had moved to Colorado. So I came back down to DC and all of that, and I had a Subaru that got repossessed, and then I slowly but surely got back on my feet, and still gradually getting back on my feet, and I purchased me a Honda Civic. No, this is when I had my Subaru. I take it back. I still had the Subaru. So I had them same pink handcuffs that I had in my red Honda. I had transferred them to my Subaru. So the narcissistic guy I was dating at the time, his car, his truck went down. So he was getting maintenance done on his truck. So being a female that I am, and you my dude, and I'm trying to turn over this new leaf in my life and not be selfish, self-centered, because I could be very self-centered and I could be very selfish at times. But that is a trait that I'm working on, and it's slowly changing, because I'm definitely like the old Summer I used to be about 5 years ago. I'm definitely a new Summer. That's my government name. Well, whatever. And so his truck was down and I was working, but I wasn't working like every day. It was like I was hitting and missing with working. So he never asked to borrow my car, but I was like, hey, you can take my car. I don't have to go to work today. You know what I'm saying? It's gas in it. Go ahead, and take my car. Why should you ask people to come and pick you up or have to pay for an Uber or Lyft? You could take my car. So, he was taking my car, going to work, have his man in my car, you know what I'm saying? His friend or whatever in my car, the male friend or whatever, and my handcuffs never moved from the rear view mirror. Every time he would give his man a ride to work who he worked with, the handcuffs would never move from the rear view mirror. And this, and this is when the masks fall off on people, when they being conniving and sneaky, how God answer your prayers, or how God just work when you always at work when you not thinking. So I got in my car one day and I was like, damn, where my handcuffs at? I get in the car, the damn handcuffs are pushed in the damn console. And I'm thinking to myself, you and I drive my vehicle pretty much all the time, you off and on, and you'll never take these handcuffs down. All of a sudden, these handcuffs are down. So I never said nothing to him because I was like, fuck this shit. I'm living in his, under his roof. So I'm trying not to really say too much because I don't want to get put out. Let's just put it like that. I don't want to get put out. So I don't say shit. So it wasn't until some time later that he and I broke up. I mentioned it to him. I mentioned it to him, and he was like, "I told you, I told you I had somebody in your car. She was a young girl. She was there for some kind of program or whatever." And I'm thinking, be that as it may, but why would you take my handcuffs down and push them in the console? When I tell you this man has totally disrespected me in my face, behind my back. If this had been any other female that I kind of like kick it with or knew of, they would have been in the motherfucking street fighting. Because just because I ain't about that life don't mean I don't know nobody else. And one or two other females that I know, they would have been like, One or two other females that I know fight grown men. You hear me? They will fight a man. You know what I'm saying? Play with them and they will fight a man. But yeah, I don't know what made me think of that. It just like, this nigga played in my face so many times. Had another broad in my car. In my car. Did he at least get some gas money from the bitch? You know what I'm saying? But had another female in my car. I got in my car and I was like, where my handcuffs at? I look in the console. The handcuffs are smushed down in the console. His ass forgot to put them back up. His ass forgot to put them back up on our rear view mirror. That's why it's not good to be sneaky and conniving. Because you might be getting away with it at one time, but sooner or later, you're going to forget. Sooner or later, you're going to forget that little fake ass facade and shit you be trying to put on. But yeah, it is what it is. I can't cry over spilled milk, as Nanny used to tell me. Spilled milk, spoiled milk. I can't cry over that shit. That shit is over with. But it's just, some niggas ain't shit. Not all of them. Not all niggas ain't shit ass niggas, but some niggas just ain't shit. And that nigga definitely ain't shit. Had a whole bitch in my car after I was being nice. He didn't ask to borrow the car, but I was like, well, I don't have to work and it's kind of chilly outside, go ahead and take the car, you know what I'm saying? And where he lived at, I could pretty much walk to the store. I can walk and get my nails done. I can walk and go to the grocery store. I can walk and get a facial, you know what I'm saying? Because he was around them bougie ass white people. So I could pretty much, walk. And that's, and I was willing to do that. Niggas always, some niggas always fumbling a good broad. That's because they some fucking whores or just fucking retarded. But I think that's gonna be the wine of the night. I think I'm gonna just order me some Uber and just sit in here and just, unwind. I can drink this whole bottle. It is so good. It's so good. When I say this is so yummy, it is so yummy. But yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do and just chill out. But yeah, my man had a whole female in my car. But let me have did after him because he had whoop a bitch syndrome. He definitely had whoop a bitch syndrome. Let me have somebody in that big ass truck he called fucking Big Baby. He would have whipped my motherfucking ass. You hear me? He would have whipped my ass. If I had another man in his truck, I wouldn't care if the nigga was gay. He would have whipped my motherfucking ass. But yeah. Now I can't blame the female because, she like, shit, I ain't got to wait at the bus stop. He just was a whore. Attention-seeking ass whore. I think men who would seek attention is worse than women who seek attention. I don't know. Y'all can let me know in the comments if y'all take time to listen to this. I really think men who seeks attention from women are the fucking worst. But yeah, check out my YouTube channel. Tiana Treasures. YouTube. I got videos on there too. So I'm about to unwind with my wine and just chill out and enjoy my days off. All right, love you. And remember, like my mama say, God loves you best.